Ignore the girls in the background. Dogs might bark. It's actually Wednesday. It's Wednesday, almost a week before Christmas Eve. You should know what this video is going to be about. I've usually have done this by now. You might not see decorations are in the house are exactly the same as normal as previous years, but the big white lights that had on the tree previous years didn't get put on the tree this year. I can't get the things to work. I mean, I had them working, and they keep blowing bulbs. So half the set works, the other half doesn't. Started replacing all the bulbs in the half that doesn't work, and I still can't get it lit up. So, we'll start with the blow up and stay. Outside is actually different. We got the snowman. I put the solar lights there this year, minus the one on the my mother-in-law's cowboy flag thing, jigger. I think the snowman was over there last year. I don't remember. These are the only 4 blow-ups. I can't figure out why the tree won't stay up. We had an ice storm. You remember the first snowstorm that we had? Ever since then, it won't stay up. The tree is a little late in getting outside because we were supposed to do the Christmas parade this year, which things did not happen. Didn't happen. Problems with the trucks, so it didn't happen. So we didn't. I went. Me and my wife did. We went just to see it. We weren't in it. 23 we weren't in it, and then last year 24 we were in it. He's got LEDs in it now. I keep saying I want to retire him, but he still continues to go out every year. Camo Santa's internal lights are blown out, so I had to put Christmas lights in it. There's one other one I could put out here, regular Santa Claus, which is his size. Can't find them. Let's see, what else is different? The deer is in the middle, is up by the tree. Last year he was in the flower bed. The flags are all in different places. Different flags. We got, I think, one other flagpole out here. So we got 3 out here. 4 instead of 3. We got blue lights on the cross. This white set's the set I normally put on it. Said the deer put up a fight. Had to get the head and the antlers to work. Went through it like 5 times before it started to work. And the problem, if I remember right, the problem was somewhere in the neck, up in here. And I've been by that bulb plenty of times. I went to jiggle something and it came on. This is the second Christmas to having the candy canes. Last year they were along here, but since all this is here, my father-in-law he mentioned maybe moving some over there, and that's what we did. Oh, there's another solar light, and none of those work except that one. And then last year, I think the year before, I didn't put lights there. Let's see. Got Taz in its original place. This was all wired slightly different. Instead of it being wired in up, instead of all this being all tied into this, I had some issues with the lights, so there's 3 sets here. So I only have that tied into there like normal. And then I have a cord with everything tied into it from candy canes here to here. There. So there's a spot there I could plug something in there. The Arctic Fox didn't get put out. Wife didn't want them out. I figured those would look like that. The middle candy cane ended up getting broken. There's rocks under here, so I had a hard time with getting those in, so I ended up breaking the candy cane. We had twinkle lights around the door last year. They started out in twinkle, but unfortunately they quit working, and instead of trying to fix them, I just took them down and put regular lights up. And then we ended up getting a blue rope light I ended up putting around the door. Got our tree. You can see in the window there's our tree. Like I said, blue lightings. Then built-in lights are starting to go out in it. And so I guess at the end, sometime probably next year, I'm just gonna rip them off. So then next Christmas of 2026, my goal is to have all the built-in lights gone. And then there's our kitchen wreath, which has one custom touch to it. And excuse the complete darkness here. We added a candle to it. And you know what? I've never seen it from the outside before. That's pretty cool, actually. Actually, it would be kind of nice to somehow put the wreath up there above the window outside, but I think it deserves to be in the house. You really can't see. Yeah, you kind of can see the candles. Like, don't zoom in very often. But anyways, the candles got one in the middle and then two on each side. My parents came down the first weekend of December. I think it was the weekend after Thanksgiving. We went thrift store up to one of our favorite thrift stores we haven't been to in a while. I was in the free bin and I found a box of old candles from like the 70s, early 80s, and that was in there. I didn't even see it until like a day later after I brought him home. I went through it and then I was, oh, this is sweet. And so I was like, I had that sitting on the table staring at it. I'm like, it's got to go somewhere. So I was like, we'll just stick it here. And I thought it looked like, didn't look good at first, but the wreath, one section of the white lights gave me problems, but the other than that, fine. And the bulbs that are in the candles on the wreath came with the candles. So, and they haven't blown out yet. And it's been there for almost 2 weeks. So, I do have snow lights I really would like to lay around the gutter, but unfortunately the trailer's too long. And I would have to run multiple cords, more likely from multiple circuits, at least 2 circuits, maybe 3, to do that. And I wouldn't be able to put the blow-ups up. And it would just be that, lights on the porch, on the railing, and lights around the door. And that's not even including the bells and none of that. I would need at least probably 4 circuits, or at least 3, maybe 4 at most, minimum of 3. And then, no, it would be nice, like I said, it'd be cool putting the wreath up there. That's the whole reason why I brought it here, got it, was to put it outside. Well, the whole main reason was to put it in the bedroom. Then it turned out to be too big. Then it ended up going there. We have the wreath up in our bedroom, which I don't think I've ever seen it. It's got a bow on the bottom with a candle in the middle. Don't get me started on that candle. It goes in and out randomly. All I do is unplug it, plug it back in, and it'll start working. The original candle I had on it, I had to throw that away because I was a butthead and left the bulb in it last year when I put it away. So the bulb broke and broke the socket. So when I got the bulb out, the bottom of the bulb out, I ended up breaking it. the socket, so I ended up throwing that away. Put another candle in it. A week later, that one broke. It just wouldn't turn on. I changed bulbs out, wouldn't turn on. So this candle in here, it randomly goes out. You just unplug it and plug it back in, works fine. One time I tested the fuse with my meter, and it started to work. So the last time I just unplugged it for the night, and the wife said, well, don't unplug it yet. I bent over to plug it back in. I said, oh, candle's fixed. I said that before I even plugged it in. Plugged it in, looked up, boom, it's working. I don't think it's plugged in now, actually. We got the lights around we got colored blinky lights that blink to music. They're from the 90s. They go around the living room window on the back of the trailer. They're up, but they're not plugged in at the moment. I got a late start of plugging this stuff in. I was actually on my computer, which I've been having issues with. I was, testing it, running it, and making sure it's good again. It's the chipset driver, for some reason, is making it crash. The wife bought me a battery for it for Christmas, so I decided, well, I'm going to upgrade it to solid state to 250 from a 160, and I've had problems since. And then yesterday I reloaded Windows again another time. No, I did a factory reset, not a factory reset, but a reset, and I got rid of that. So I installed that driver, and it did it again, so I was able to get in and uninstall it. Next year I might not use Garland at all next year. I don't know if I'd have enough lights to do that, because I'm going to need lights for the tree. I guess the next time I go to my mom and dad's, I guess I'll hop in their attic and grab their tree lights off of my mom's tree. You would have to go back to Christmas of 2019 to see that tree. She hasn't been put up since, because the cats, they like to mess with it, so she doesn't even bother putting it. Last year she put up her little tree, but I don't think she did this year. We're supposed to get some rain. Camera's not picking up on any of that. So I might be able to go and get those lights. The reason why I left them there was for that. I may end up bringing them here to use on the tree, because I think next year I might not do Garland at all, and just do white lights with the blue around the door, minus the Garland. And that means I'll have to get sets for down here and not even use Garland at all next year. Thought about it this year, but apparently when I put the stuff up, I didn't think of that, and we ended up putting the Garland up anyways. So that's gonna end it probably for this video. Guess we'll probably name this Outdoor Christmas 2025. Oh, we got new neighbors. The trailer's running. She goes in and out of odd hours. Oh, I don't know if it's because she's not moved in yet, but she was it Sunday or Monday night? She didn't roll in until 11 o'clock at night, and then she disappeared. Sunday night, she was here and then disappeared. Though I don't know if she works a lot or if she's just not moved in. I haven't seen any trucks over there, just a small car like mine. Not like mine, but a small car of that size. So, I don't know. Maybe she'll stay to herself. Then we don't have to worry about them. So that's it. So stay tuned for next week. Next week, project video every Monday. I know we're getting tired of those Toshiba videos, but that's all we got right now. Stay tuned for next, I think at the end of, towards the end of the last week of January, we're going to start getting new content. thinking about starting a series. That's a surprise, that's all I'm saying. Is there's a new series coming up. I still have to do my research and if it's going to work or not, because just don't want to do it and, oh, it doesn't work, and end the video within 10 minutes. So, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. So, thank you for watching. If you have a comment, please leave it. Thanks for watching.